right, and now from the Gee and Ursula Show, which starts at 9, here's G. Scott. Did you see that Kamala Harris is already the subject of an impeachment effort?
What?
By a Tennessee congressman, Andy Ogles. He tried it once before, it didn't go anywhere, and now that she's, of course, presidential candidate, he wants to make sure that the country's protected from her.
From what?
Unspecified.
He didn't specify why he just wants to impeach her. Just felt like impeaching her.
Well, we're not doing enough in the crisis at the southern border.
Okay.
Which she's in charge of, I guess.
When I was playing baseball, me and my buddy Keith Conley, we played baseball. And the coaches, we would constantly have to have our birth certificates because we were big, right? Like I was this tall in 8th grade.
Wow.
Yeah. So all the time there would be this, especially after the results of the game or while the game is going, there were let's see their birth certificates. They've got to be cheating. The reason why I'm bringing that up, because here's what I've learned over the years. When people don't think that they can win, and people are scared at the way the game is going and they're being outmatched, they will start to come up with all kinds of things as to why this is happening. That's a DEI hire. That's the reason why that happened. We need to impeach her. This is unfair. They have $91 million in the chest from the campaign of Joe Biden. All of these things, President Barack Obama, he wasn't born here. Check his birth certificate, right? You see where I'm going with this? There's fear right now. And right now, the only thing that you can really do, unfortunately, and to talk about Kamala Harris, the vice president, it seems to be these racist and misogynistic attacks, which is why recently, yesterday, the House Speaker, Mike Johnson, told the reporters after a closed-door meeting with House Republicans, he said, quote, "This is not personal with regard to Kamala Harris, and her ethnicity or her gender have nothing to do with this whatsoever. We want this election to be about policies and not personalities." There's a reason why the House Speaker had to have that meeting. You want to know why? Because let me explain. The more antics of racist misogyny that continues to go towards Kamala Harris, it's going to work against you. Like, this ain't good.
It's going to work against the Republicans.
Yeah, absolutely. 24 hours, the VP, Kamala Harris, raised $83 million. 60% are first-time donors. That's happening there, while some sell $300 shoes and think that black people will relate to that. So
the only person who doesn't seem to be sweating this is Harris herself, right? And I think that's because she's used to these kind of attacks. She's been in public service for a long time. She's been in tough courtrooms. She's been in this politics game alongside Joe Biden for 4 years. She's going to hear all that. They can keep shouting it from the roof, but she's not being bothered by it. All of her speeches are confident, and she's not shaken.
I saw something last night as I was watching. By the way, I should go to bed, quit watching this stuff all night. But one of the things that I saw, and it was a question: will black men show up in support of Vice President Kamala Harris?
Interesting.
Right?
That's a question.
Because they lead with the convictions and how tough she was in the state of California when she was a prosecutor and all those things, which I find it's ironic that people that are tough, want to be tough on crime, have a problem with Kamala Harris. But anyway, they were saying, well, will black men show up? And here's my answer to that. Absolutely. As a matter of fact, let me just tell you this. The worse you all get with these racist antics towards Kamala Harris, the more black men are going to unite, because they are going to come and show up for the black woman that's being talked about, bad, disrespected, and all those things. So this will actually go the opposite. So which, by the way, I do believe President Trump, former President Trump, at one time was actually gaining traction with the black vote. I think he was doing well, not necessarily doing well, but doing better than he did in 2020. That's going to reverse the longer this racist and misogynistic comments continue.
Which is why Mike Johnson called him in to say, cut it out. Yeah, we'll see.
Oh,
Gee,
I
Scott.
thought I was done.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not. Am I done?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You can go. You may leave.
Or you could stay.
No,
we have no
I would-
donuts here.
Well, you were looking at watches, Dave. Before I go,
yeah.
are you going to buy a new watch? I
Looking
saw
at watches?
Yeah, I saw watches on your screen.
Probably just ads
It's
that
an
pop
ad,
up.
yeah.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
he's stuck with the same watch for decades
Yeah,
and
I've
only
got the,
recently upgraded.
Casio Solar G-Shock, which never needs to be set because it has atomic time and, of course, works off the sun, so it's energy efficient. It's not warming the earth.
What's atomic time?
Atomic time? There's signals in the air that tweet out the time. And this watch picks them up and then displays them so I can see what time it is.
He's exactly on time.
And it's exactly 8:53 and 28 seconds, which is time for the Beacon Plumbing Traffic Desk and Chris Sullivan. Nice segue.
And this report brought to you by Lake Washington Windows and Doors. Speaking of